I'm Scott,
I'm Tony.
and we're here to talk about gratitude and rising above the collective fear that's going on right now. We kind of came together this way. I was actually giving appreciation and gratitude for things that didn't exist, and found that I could create a better situation as far as health, wealth, and then love through all three of those requests presented to God, basically, through gratitude. Thank you for bringing me better health. Thank you for bringing me greater wealth. Thank you for bringing love into my life.
Absolutely. I'm very grateful for you. Start by that. Scott's the only other person I've met so far that did prayers and gratitude. And we believe that gratitude, sending out gratitude, opens up a connection between you and Source, and a place of creation, a place of love. And that was in my journey as well, trying to find Him. I went through an awakening journey, which led to a spiritual awakening, which led to my authentic self, which was love for myself. And once I raised that vibration and didn't listen to the collective, I did not identify. I listened to me, what I felt, the guidance within me, and that guidance brought me on a journey across country. Actually, it's brought me all over. It brought me to Peru and everywhere, but it brought me recently to Arizona, which brought me to Scott. And it's a long story, but let's just say that that love and gratitude, to rise above the collective fear right now, to have an internal peace within yourself. Scott finds that through his connection with God and nutrition, to make sure his body is prepared, his temple is ready. I'm also, he's teaching, I'm learning on things like that. I've got a background in medicine, so I take one aspect of it, he's got another aspect of it. But mainly, my gratitude is for the love and connection I have with others, my empathic abilities, to be able to feel into people and see them, truly see them for who they are and love them for it.
She's really good at that.
So I'm very grateful for that. It's a very personal thing. So living in gratitude, even amongst these times. Scott moved down here, uprooted his life, and come down here.
Yeah.
You're opening a magazine.
Started a new magazine with Best Version Media. Was diagnosed with leukemia in 2006. Cured it myself without any conventional treatment early 2007. I feel a direct connection with God in that regard, that I see in nature and natural law the answers that everybody's looking for that can't see it. I'm completely and absolutely focused into that to rise above collective fear. One thing I heard about was the iodine. That iodine is so powerful that there is no resistance from any virus, bacteria or fungus to iodine. So I started taking that as a supplement, as in the form of supersaturated potassium iodide. Started to get sick one morning years ago at 2 in the morning. This happened twice, actually. I got up and took a few drops of the iodine in a glass of water and wiped it out in 20 minutes. Both instances. Had a gal that called me up one time that had heard about it. Says I had strep for 3.5 weeks. Don't know what to do about it. And I gave her some of the iodine, and she was in the gym that evening completely okay. Had a gal with a UTI on Facebook. She got some of the iodine. She said it went away within hours. Over and over and over, we're hearing of this stuff. So I don't know about this coronavirus, but it's a virus. I'd also heard from another source that oregano essential oil is something that was studied in conjunction with the coronavirus. But then again, you got to know what you're looking at when you're looking at the oils, because it has to be at least organic or therapeutic grade or better. You literally have to know what you're doing. You can't do things in a haphazard way, and it has to be in accord with nature. If they synthesize a particular nutrient, like tryptophan at one point, and then they made it illegal because they had negative reactions from it. You have to have the natural sources of everything, and it has to be organic, like organic eggs. Got Tony using organic eggs. You could
Yeah, you can't even really crack the eggs. It's like I keep breaking the yolks. I'm like, what is wrong with these eggs? And so he starts telling me about the integrity and
cellular integrity.
Cellular integrity, and I understand that from a medical standpoint in the body, but I just never really had the openness and awareness until he brought it into my life of all of the physiology of the body being included with the physiology of the nature, the things we put in our body. And so he's really made a lot of connections for me since I've met him. And I think, yeah, we're opposite in a lot of things. We really are. Anything that we're discussing here today, you do your own research. If you're taking medicines or anything, check with your doctor. Be your own doctor, do your research, whatever it takes, whatever you feel resonates with you through anything we're saying, then you go with that. We're in no way trying to tell you what to do. We're just saying like what works for us. Yeah, because even the iodine, like I started my family on it after looking at the research, not just because Scott told me. I'm a scientist as well. So, I mean, I have to look at things in that perspective as well, not just from loving advice. So I did. My son and everyone's on it, and then he already had a bacterial infection when he first got it. He was on antibiotics for it. Well, he cured it up, and I was like, well, you know, there we go. That may be our sign that this moves something to that. But the point is why not do everything for our body that we can? Why not? I mean, we deserve that. It is our right to keep our temples safe, and I think Scott has exemplified that and cured himself of cancer. And I mean, the ASEA.
You got the ASEA, immune system support. This increases mitochondrial energy, or what they call ATP production. Is the energy cell, the energy center of every cell. So if you want to raise your immunity, like I said in a conference call the other day.
Yes, like 33% increase in immunity.
Yeah, you need that immunity.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Because most things are threshold based. If a viral load overcomes a threshold, it's a cascade effect going downward. If you don't let it override that prevention, that degree of prevention is what can save you completely, in my opinion anyway.
Yeah, and absolutely, like the oregano.
Yeah, the oregano oil. There was another study from another doctor they put up that said that there was no virus, no bacteria, no fungus that was resistant to many essential oils. This is one that was used in a study in conjunction, apparently from the source, with the coronavirus, but it was from years ago. Whether that coronavirus was different than the one that's out now, I don't know. They do adapt and change continually, but if there's no resistance that a virus has against some of these things, they're definitely worth looking at anyway, right?
Right, yeah, same thing with vitamin C. We all know vitamin C helps our immune system. Zinc, colloidal silver, all these things that we've known, let's put them together. Let's do our own research. Let's empower ourselves with knowledge, and let's take control of our own life here and quit putting it in the hands of everybody else and fear. Absolutely, because that's what we're doing. We put this in everybody else's hands. There's fear, and this is something. This is serious. This is affecting a lot of lives. I'm in no way saying we shouldn't have a little fear. We shouldn't have a little anxiety. We don't know what's to come. Fear of the unknown is one of the hardest things there is. It's one of the hardest things to evolve.
It lowers your immune system.
Yeah, lowers your immune system. So, and I don't want to shame you because we all have it. What I'm saying is use it as a guide. Look at it, let it motivate you to make plans and actions, take action steps, to do the best you can to prevent this, do the best you can to stock up, do the best you can to do what you can, and then the peace in this comes within. You know, we have to take action steps, and the world is not always wonderful, but once you find this peace, this freedom of your body being safe from things like this, you know you're healthy. There's a peace in that. There's a peace knowing you're connected to a higher source, whatever you want to call that source. I know that I feel love. I feel love as an energy, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's there's love emotions, and they're great.
We both have a common connection with some of that, because with the leukemia, one of the things I did was I expressed love to each my individual organs and thanked them for their service to me to bring me to this point in time. And it's like there's a spirit to every single organ in your body, just like there's a spirit to a tree or your environment, the earth itself. Everything that you focus on, you can, if you sit back and go within yourself, you can feel the spirit energy of that.
Absolutely.
I think I was maybe a Native American of past life or something sometimes. But it's kind of interesting the different correlations we have, especially when we're working with biofield energetics and that kind of thing.
Well, I guess we just did a video on that very same thing. I felt a calling within me to help people find that love for themselves, for their organs, for their immune system. So if you want to catch that video, you're more than welcome to, because bringing our self-love is the only power and control we have right now. And that's where we can get that power and strength from, to find peace and being able to handle what happens on the outside that we have no control over. But we do have control over ourselves and our body and our thoughts. Every decision we make, everything, every TV show we watch, everything we do is food for every cell in our body, for every organ in our body, every hateful thought, you know. It's like if you decide to be in that fear, that hate, that anxiety-ridden state, that is a choice to go into that collectiveness. And sometimes it can be just enticing to just go into it and say, oh, what, you know.
So go to the energy of empowerment.
Yes,
is what I say.
Yes, that energy of love is power. It's our higher self.
That's your strength.
Yes. So right now, let's enjoy a state of everything is okay. The reality of the situation. Check in with yourself to see if everything's okay with you. Don't let them tell you that you're going to get this or you're going to do this. Don't be directed by anybody with the natural guidance system that's inside you.
Yeah, wherever you're focused, your energy goes, and that grows.
Yeah. We're not saying every thought you have manifests, because it obviously Donna would all be millionaires. We're saying that once you put intention and awareness on these things and you see them for what they are, and you look around at all the variations, the variables involved, and then you drop that into your heart and let your heart feel the truth of, is that real? Is this mine? You know, is this truth? Allow your body to feel answer these questions by feeling you, and whatever resonates with you, then you take that and drop the rest and do what you need to do for yourself. Without information of nutrition, without information of meditation, whatever it is, you have the power in every decision that you make.
That's for sure. To
create your story. And even if it doesn't turn out the way we think it's going to turn out, it's still the power to create, because whatever's happening is reality. And it's how you deal with that, how you take that in, the perspective in which you look at that, and allow yourself room to grow in a loving state of being with that information is vital right now. We can feel this disconnect right now, the silence in the air. And we're actually feeling this loneliness. And it's because, guys, not only have we been disconnected with the world, we've been disconnected with ourselves.
Yeah, that's
and now
important.
is a beautiful time to get that connection back. Get your power back.
That's what
give them theirs.
That's what I had happen to me with the leukemia. It was like I was floating away from myself, like I was disconnecting from my body.
Yeah.
And I literally had to ground my spirit into my body. I mean, continually. It was like an act of forced will. Every bit of my focus for quite a long time was to keep driving my spirit back into my body. It seems ridiculous unless you're actually dying of something. You feel like absolute hell.
Well, sometimes we are dying, not just physically, but mentally.
You
know, we are. We're just dying inside because we don't even know what we believe, where we stand. We don't know ourselves, and that's a death in itself. So now we have to go in and make a death of the collective consciousness, I guess you would say. Right now, I think we're all opening our eyes to see all this, and we're all in the position he is, like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And we're trying to find answers, and we're still trying to find them from outside sources.
Here's the iodine of it.
And as he just stated, he got his answers from His source. And that's where we need to be getting our answers from, inside of ourselves.
Yeah, God leads me directly. It's like I just felt it was intuition, but actually it's asking for guidance and receiving that.
In the grateful prayer, in the gratitude of opening up. If you're grateful and you allow God's love to flow through you, it's really hard for fear. When you know that you get up every morning, you take action steps, don't you? You get up, you take your nutrients, you work out. I get up, I meditate, I take my nutrients or whatever I'm doing at the time to prepare our bodies, our mind, and our soul for whatever externally happens. You're ready for it. You have to prepare yourself. Make decisions that enable you to get ready. Stay ready. Nothing catches you off aware. Your knee-jerk reaction isn't fear. It isn't scared. It's like, okay, all right, I'm okay. I'm okay. That loving guidance shows us we're okay and gives us answers. Prayer, gratitude, and then be still to listen. Whether it's a walk, whether it's meditation, the answers are within us, and we just tap into them. Quiet and listen.
Yeah, I asked for health. God gave me the answer to cancer for me. I asked for wealth. God gave me Best Version Media, which is now rated #1 in the world for promotions, marketing, and human relations. And I asked for love, and connected us. Amazing. Also, if you want to look at something, Thieves Oil from Young Living has a definite history behind it that people should be aware of.
Absolutely. Like I said, right now, I have a daughter in healthcare. She's up there having to be in the cath lab. I have a son that's in the restaurant. I have all these variables. He has all these variables. We have a new business starting. We could allow ourselves, maybe, I guess, to wallow around and flounder. What are we going to do? What's going to happen? And all these things. But it's not our innate knee-jerk reaction anymore as where it used to be. The tape player in my brain would go over and over and over what I could have, should have done. And now it's more of a, I have faith, I have peace, I have health, I have happiness and love. And I refuse to allow the calling in my heart, which is to open a business, and the love I have for my children to be tainted by someone else deciding I must have fear, by someone else deciding what's best for me and my kids to do in the actions. And that's why
taking command,
empowering yourself. And that's why it's right now so important to get that power back. And that's what we're trying to do. It's not toot our own horn here. It's trying to give you some information to go in and take that power back, that loving power. Love as an energy is the most powerful state. It repairs our DNA at a 528 frequency. We keep that on.
Solfeggio frequency.
Yes, I actually can feel that frequency in different places. And
I got a device that transmits it, and she was like, "Oh my God, I hear! Don't you hear that?" I go, "No."
Oh, well, wait a minute. Yeah, he tells me about this thing, and I'm like, I don't know if it works, and he doesn't hear it. I mean, he doesn't feel it. He's more subtle bio energy field, and I'm more feeling in my body. And so all of a sudden I was like freaking out, and there's this new vibe, and it was his machine. Was that Star Coil machine?
Yeah, the Star Coil PEMF pulse electromagnetic
I was like, okay, this works. So definitely all these things we've heard about, check into it. Anything, even if it's the craziest thing you've heard, if it's not going to hurt you, then try it. It may be just what you need.
Even that dodecahedron.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's wow. That's a different energy level altogether.
And the pyramid and all that. And you pick up on that stuff so well. We did some little experiments where we could read each other's minds. That was fun.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. When you become in tune and you stay in flow and you don't allow these attachments to attach onto you, you just so much wisdom and clarity just has freedom just to reign and connection. Like I think we're all feeling this disconnect right now in a way. So imagine that now, realize that you have been connected to everyone this whole time. Their fears, their anxieties, their worries, their wants, their desires, everything has been affecting you all this time. So like this solfeggio frequency, is that the way you say it? Solfeggio frequency. Imagine a frequency that can come in and say, let's just love on you a little bit and just provide you a little peace. So there are frequencies, and when you become one with a higher frequency, you live there, and it's a better way of existing. Trust me,
I think of it as the power of, well, it's the frequency of empowerment.
yeah, it is. And this is what it is about today. We're screaming about our government, or who did this and who did that, and boy does Scott have his ideas of everything that's going on. And me, I'm more of a, let's just view all this through the perspective and the wisdom of a loving energy. And I think we can be more effective in our lives. I know we can be more effective. I feel we can be more effective in our lives, our decisions, everything. Because it's a calmer state. Of course you're going to be making wiser choices. This isn't being like somebody, just because you live in love, people run over you and all that. No. This is power, guys.
Love is life. It's a strength. It's
absolutely
the most empowering thing you'll ever encounter.
Yeah, it
is power. It's all there is.
Look around at the flowers behind us blooming. There's birds chirping, and through amidst all of this crazy, life is still going on. Love is still existing, still creating, and we can still create. We're creating it right now. We're creating our own reality of how we see this. We're creating our own reality of deciding whether we're ready for this or not, putting ourselves in positions to mentally and physically and spiritually handle this situation. So we're still creating. Love is creative power, and but then again, so is hate. So we got to be careful, and fear. All of those are creative powers, and love can override them all. So don't ever forget that.
That's for sure.
That's
Each and every person is a universe of unlimited potential. It's our directive to find that unlimited aspect of ourselves and to bring that forward through clarity and connection with God, because that's the only source of power that we actually have.
Right.
So when you connect with that, you bring it through with absolute clarity. There are no limits whatsoever.
Absolutely. So guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to be making videos on other areas of life, more detailed, and
our wellness center.
Yeah, about our wellness center. But for right now, we just wanted to reach out and say, hey, we love you guys, and anything that we can do to offer advice, nutrition, whatever. We just wanted to bring it out here and throw it on a video so you can take what resonates with you, and maybe it'll offer you ways you can find your own empowerment, your own love, and rise above fear, and live in your own space.
Because together we can do anything.
Yes, even though you live in your own space, you're still connected to everybody. And so do you want to infect them with fear, or do you want to infect them with love? That's your choice, what you're doing to the world yourself right now. And I send out lots and lots of love. And if you want to love on your body, you can watch the video, send all your organs and your immune system some love and appreciation and gratitude.
Just as if they're your kids.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there is a little kid inside of us all. Amongst those cells in our body, there's a little kid scared right now. Let's give it some love. Let's give all of us some love. And I send lots of love to you guys, and we will see you later.